Welcome everyone. Nicola Cairncross here, Wednesday lunchtime. Really happy to talk about anything mindset, marketing and money. Those are my three main topics. I've been working on my passion project, and if you follow the blog or you follow my YouTube channel or my podcast, indeed, you'll know that a chance conversation, a business mentor and business friend last week, meant me kicking off a passion project. Although I was a bit reluctant to do it because I'm trying to keep focused on NicolaCairncross.com, which is my marketing consultancy. Yeah, the passion project, which has been going for 2016. But longer than that, really, 25, 29 years of going to Stupa. And Stupa is a place in Greece. And I went there on a magical 2 weeks with my ex-husband before he was my husband. And we went round the Marni together. And it's the middle finger of the Peloponnese. If you look at Greece is here and Peloponnese is here. And there we go. The middle finger there. Stupa is about there, and Kalamata Airport is about there, and you can fly directly from Gatwick to Kalamata, and it's really, really wonderful around there. The Marni's an incredibly beautiful place. It's very mountainous. It's where the Spartans came from, and the seas are absolutely unreal. And the thing I loved most about it is it's so unspoilt. It's had a tiny bit of gentrification in the last sort of 30 years, but it's really very unspoilt compared with a lot of places. The Greeks don't allow anyone to build buildings of about, I think it's 2 floors. I think it might even be 1 ground floor and a first floor. I don't think they allow anything higher than that, and certainly not near the sea. And I went to live there after Steve died suddenly in 2016. I realised that still people were not getting the grips of marketing themselves very well out there, the tavernas and the restaurants and things, and the accommodation. So I set up a Facebook group called Stupa Life, which has grown and grown and grown and grown. And people just, obviously in the summer, loads of people join it, loads of people get told about it. Got 5,700 members in there now. And other groups have sprung up because I am occasionally accused of being a benevolent dictator. But I want to keep it nice, I want to keep, I don't want people to be able to slag off accommodation or restaurants if they didn't like it. I don't want people to be mean to each other. It's for sharing photos of your sunset, the kittens that you find when you come on holiday, and other nice things, so, all the lovely stuff that there is to do around there that you probably wouldn't find out about unless you're in Stupa Life group. And then that grew into a book a couple of years ago, which was A Foodie's Guide to the Marni. And I'm very much looking forward to going back and elaborating on that, because it gives me a damn fine reason to go out and eat in lots of different restaurants, which is one of my favourite things to do out there. I've been trying to think of how to not monetize the group so much, but making an income from my passion about the area would be fabulous. But I'm also very mindful that I've got to be non-partisan. Otherwise, you end up, there's quite a bit of politics goes on, especially in the expat community. So I'm always very mindful that I have to be aware of that. But what happened then? We were having a conversation. My business mentor and I were having a conversation. He said, there's got to be a way to make some money out of that group, even if not directly. So I said, well, yes, I think probably there is, but I haven't come up with it yet. And he said, are you even capturing people's emails? And I said, no, I'm not. And he said, well, you should be doing that at the very least, in case you come up with an idea. So I started doing that. I used a really nice bit of kit called Group Collector, it's called, and it's a Chrome plugin. And basically what happens is you can hook it up to your group on Facebook. You can ask people for their email when they apply to join the group, and then you can put them into your database and follow up. So what I'm doing is I'm giving everyone who joins the group a digital copy of my book, which they can take out on their phone or their tablet or whatever, and they can use it to find restaurants to eat in that they might not have tried otherwise. And also I'm very much encouraging people to send in reviews because I want to build the book, and because it's self-published on Amazon, another thing I know how to do, then I can update it as often as I like, once a month if I want to, which is really pretty cool. What happened? We were talking again. Oh, I know what we were doing. We were talking about my friend Philippa, who has just moved to Valencia. And I was saying how incredibly enormous, the response she's getting to her first video talking about, moving to another country as an empty nester, a solo over 50 traveller. I was saying about the enormous growth in videos on YouTube in this topic as well. I was saying she's had an incredible response. It's like so different trying to market something that people are interested in and aspire to, rather than trying to market a digital marketing consultancy. To be frank, it's hard work. You've got the niche of people who are willing to work with people who are not young whippersnappers. You've got a niche of businesses who can afford to work with digital marketing consultants. And then you've got the niche of people who are even remotely interested in learning what I specifically do, which is helping people to save time and make more money using automation systems. So that is it is another specialty which niches it down. And yes, that does make it easier to market to people. It means the market's not so big. So, and what Philippa's finding is that the market of people who want to go and live and work abroad is actually pretty huge. And that's what she's tapped into accidentally. So we were talking about that, and so the conversation turned back around to Stupa Life. And he said, well, what about you want to go and live and work abroad as well, but you want to do it in Greece, not Spain. And there must be an awful lot of people in your Stupa Life group who would love to do that too. So surely there's a spin-off business there where you're not marketing directly to people in Stupa Life, because most of them won't be interested in moving abroad, but some of them will be. So can't you find a way to spin people off? So I said, okay, I will offer them the chance to join my second free Facebook group once they've joined the first one. So then that'll weed off the people who are interested in moving and living abroad and becoming digital nomads or retiring abroad or whatever. And I know lots of people who've done that. Then I can then think up things like free products and then perhaps a guide to doing that, moving and living, working abroad over 50. And I'm sure there are lots of those out there already, but there's always room for another one, especially if it's written with a specific area in mind and a specific age group in mind. So let's see if there's any comments. We've got one person watching. I'm perfectly cool with it taking a while to build up, by the way. I knew when I started this it would take a while. I've got to turn up every Monday. Every Monday. Help if I got the right day, wouldn't it? I've got to turn up every Wednesday at 1 o'clock for a while, because the Facebook algorithm's got to get to know that I'm here every week and that it can share the live video out to my followers on my page. And I also put a little thing on my personal profile to say that I was going live in 5 minutes, because people don't want to plan ahead for this sort of thing. So I spent the morning, now this is what I do for a living for sort of grown-up clients, if you like, and what I spent the morning doing was running myself as a client through my process that I run all new clients through, which is using ChatGPT to build up a ideal client profile. And you do that by a set of extensive questions, and then you get it to you print out your ideal client profile, which has got demographics, sociographics, psychographics, all that sort of stuff. Download it as a PDF, and then you re-upload it and say, right, this is my ideal client profile. And every time I refer to my ideal client, and you give it a name, you give it a male or female name, depending on whether it doesn't have to be, I suppose it could be an androgynous name. And you upload it to ChatGPT and you say, okay, every time I refer to blah, Susan in this case, this is who I'm referring to, and this is my ideal client for this business. And then you can go on to say, okay, based on Susan's biggest hurdles to moving and living abroad and working abroad as a digital nomad or as an early retiree, what are Susan's biggest challenges, and what emotional impact are they having on Susan, and what would help her most right now? And first of all, ChatGPT gave me some ideas based on Susan's having just moved abroad. And I said, no. Susan is like me, sitting in the UK, wishing that she was somewhere sunnier and warmer, especially as the weather's starting to turn here. Not that it's been great all summer. And she's got all these hurdles and challenges and obstacles in her head about why she wants to do this, but why she's not yet doing it. Then ChatGPT came back with about 10 suggestions for free gifts that I could give away to appeal to Susan right now and get her to join my private Facebook group, because we're building up a nice community in there and people are joining. It's really cool. So that's one of the amazing things you can do with ChatGPT once you get the hang of it and once you know the prompts to use. And then what I'm going to do now is I've chosen a tick list, because you have to choose the biggest, the thing with the least amount of commitment by Susan that she might find appealing. And a tick list is usually pretty good because you don't have to read too much. It's not too overwhelming, and you get the pleasure of ticking things off. We all love ticking things off a list, right? So that's what I'm going to do next. Now, I did ask ChatGPT where I can get it made beautiful, and it sent me to Canva, which I already have. And let me tell you the other one that it sent me to, just in case you're interested. Beautiful.ai. There were several places it sent me to, but beautiful.ai looked good. Adobe Spark was another one. Microsoft Designer. And it said how to make your checklist look professional. Choose a template, customize it using your branding, colors, fonts, etc. Use icons and graphics. This is the bit I'm not good at, icons and graphics. Keep it clean, avoid overcrowding the page, and add a call to action. So the call to action, if I was going to give away the checklist on an ad, for example, and then get people to respond with the word swagger, for example, then they would go into my ManyChat and they would be automatically sent the checklist and offered the chance to join the group. So that would be quite good. That's what I'll be doing this afternoon, I think. And it's quite fun. It's fun to work on something that's lighthearted, that's not make or break, although it would be, I suppose, for someone doing the moving. And it would be for me if I suddenly up to move. It's too soon for me. I'm not quite ready yet. But that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be attempting to create a business out of being a group of people of whom I am one. And it's always a good idea, I find, to do that. It's always a good idea to think about starting a business where you are your ideal customer, or you know someone who is your ideal customer, because that makes it a lot easier. But if you're not and you don't, then do think about using ChatGPT. And if you wanted to, I'm going to be doing a masterclass on the 11th of September on a Wednesday at 1 o'clock. And I'm going to be going through the 3 to 5 things you need to be asking ChatGPT to bomb-proof your business and life for 2025. Because I'm sure we're all quite aware that things are not going in the right direction in the UK right now, to put it mildly. And if you wanted to make sure you're a bit more bomb-proof, then I'll be covering the things that ChatGPT can help you with to bomb-proof your life and business a little bit more. So if you like the sound of that, just literally type in the comments below masterclass, and you should get the details straight back. So we'll talk about ManyChat next week, perhaps, because that's a really pretty cool thing. Email marketing versus chatbot marketing. Well, let me know. Let me know if you would be interested in that, if you would. I think we're pretty much done now. I've been gassing for 20 minutes, so let's call it a day there, and do come back next Wednesday. Yes, so next Wednesday is the masterclass, and the next Q&A session after that will be the 18th. Sorry, my screen's gone very tiny for some reason. So next Q&A will be on the 18th of September, right here. In the meantime, if you have been watching, thank you very much. And if you're watching the replay afterwards, do comment below and put #replay so I know whether you've been watching or not. And then that will help the algorithm to let you know that you're interested and let you know when I go live next time. Hope you've learned something today, and I hope you, if not, you've enjoyed watching me waffle away, and I'll speak to you very soon. Bye.